Just yesterday, or a few days ago depending on when this video goes up, we were treated with an 8-minute Pokemon Direct. Many were expecting a full-fledged mainline Pokemon title to be announced, or for Gen 4 remakes to come. However, this wasn't the case at all. We were given the announcement of Pokken Tournament DX on Nintendo Switch, and Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon for Nintendo 3DS. Many are very disappointed and angered about the series continuing on 3DS, but they're putting aside 5 very crucial reasons as to why the new main titles wouldn't be on the Nintendo Switch. Number 1. We've consistently had 2 gens per system. Now when I say this directly speaking from Pokemon Diamond to now. The DS has had Gen 4 and Gen 5, the 3DS has had Gen 6 and still ongoing Gen 7. Now one thing to consider is that even though Gen 1 through 3 weren't technically on the same system, all the games were optimized for each other. Red, Blue, and Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, and Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald will continuously work on the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Advance SP. There aren't really any significant differences except that the SP has brightness settings and the Advanced system had more power than the Game Boy Color and the original Game Boy. Number 2. We're still in the same generation. Backing up off of the first reason, we're still in Generation 7. Why would they continue a generation with a mainline game on a different console? Emphasis on mainline. Remember, the Nintendo Switch is a new generation for Nintendo, not yet for Pokemon. Number 3. A Switch game would have taken too long. Yes, as a company owned by Nintendo or any company that works with Nintendo, Game Freak and Pokemon Company would have insight on the Switch and be able to prepare something before it was even released. But this also means that Pokemon Company would need to create a new engine for a new mainline Pokemon game. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm very sure that the Sun and Moon engine can't be easily optimized to run on the Switch. 4. The interview. A few months back, Pokemon Company specifically stated that when it comes to the Switch, they wanted to work on bringing Pokken over and maybe some of the other side games like Mystery Dungeon. Of course, that doesn't rule out the option for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but porting Pokken made more sense. The new characters, aside from Decidueye, were already made due to Pokken originally becoming a constantly updated arcade game. All they needed to do was take those new characters, test them on a Switch, create one new character, and then add in any other new features. And finally, the 5th reason, the Switch itself. We know the Nintendo Switch as a console handheld hybrid, and many of us have been able to experience that. Around 2 to 3 million people though. If you forgot, the Switch is Nintendo's new console. Yes, a Pokemon game would push console sales, but only if Nintendo was also pushing out major production for the console as well. For some people in some countries, finding a Switch is very hard. You can't put a mainline game on a console that has barely scratched the surface of consumer ownership. The 3DS has around 60+ million sales. The Nintendo Switch has around 3 million sales. That's too big of a difference. Hopefully this video has helped you understand that I really think a mainline game would come for the Switch. I can definitely see it in the future, but not right now. I think we need to wait until around 2020 when it is a new gen, or 2019 if Nintendo and Pokemon Company decide to not do a Gen 4 remake on the 3DS.